Hello everybody, this is Starshot here to welcome you back to another Let's Play of Legend of Heroes. We last left off finishing up the Temp Librarian quest that we were working on, along with finding out that the professor's being held over at Leston Fortress and how we're gonna storm the gates. But of course before that we'll finish up some of the side quests we have left, because once we complete that, we'll pretty much, just about be done with this region here. So, the latest quest in our librarian duties pretty much involves a hint here where, as we can see here, looking for this book, 31 Cypress Trees. And apparently what we can gather from this is I'm not quite sure from reading this passage, but one of them that stands out is barrels. Since that's in capital letters, I'm guessing that maybe what we're looking for is somewhere close to a barrel or inside one. And I would take a bit more time and try to figure this out, but I did actually look up where apparently it is. And I guess for the most part, I'm not quite sure. I guess maybe the nestled atop this grassy hill, and then something with the FL is kind of the next clue, but apparently it turns out that the barrel that we are searching for, let me just show you up here on our handy dandy map, is over at Sockem Gate on the second floor. So that's where we'll be heading off to pick up our book. Then we'll come back to Zeus, turn in the quest, and then that'll pretty much be it. Then we'll be off to try and save the professor from being held hostage by those black-clad men. But of course, before we head out, we'll go ahead and take a look at the shop here, see if we can pick up any new equipment for our group. And we do have a craft cannon we can pick up, which will be useful if we had enough Mira, apparently. But we should have enough as long as we go ahead and sell some of our items here that we're not using at all now. Am I not using these knives? Or no, I think I got the better knives from the tower where we got all those nice weapons. I'll keep the Flameberg just in case one of our party members comes back. Yeah, you have to make sure you actually say yes, but we should now have enough that we can pick up the craft cannon. And then just make sure we have some of the best equipment we can have for everyone else. Yeah, I guess she could probably use the metal jacket, huh? And then some shoes. Looks like we need to at least pick up one pair of shoes, but we don't have enough for another one, but that's fine. We should be good with just what we got here for now. Because as you guys have seen, some of these battles can be tough, so it's good to try and make sure we're ready for that and all. And that should be it for all our needs. We can check the Orb Mint shop back there, but from what I remember, there's probably nothing new at this point, and we've pretty much picked up a few thanks to all the other treasure chests we looked for. And then let me just double check. I forget which way I need to head to get to Sockem. Okay, I need to take the Ritter Road route. So it's a bit on the way, but since we have to come back here, it's just going to be a long trek. But yeah, so we've made quite a bit of progress in trying to get kind of this game through. We've gotten quite a few quests done, done quite a bit in searching and trying to figure things out. Enjoying the story as it is, This is, when I first started this Let's Play, I wasn't quite sure how many videos I would get into this, but here it is, number, I believe, 51. And, and here I am, 51 videos later, working on, and still continuing in this game here. But let's see, so we're here at Sockem Gate. So we just need to go onto the second floor. Is this our barrel? Nope, this is not our barrel. So not the one we're looking for. Not here either. Oh, here we go. So it's actually up on the third floor. Woohoo! Found it! That's the last one. Now we can finally finish up our work for the librarian. You ain't kidding. Huh? What's wrong? There's a card stuck in the book. And something's written on it. You have done well. Though I know you not, I salute you for coming so far. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a quartz researcher and the criminal who hid the 3 books. I have used the riddles as a way to find someone intelligent to whom I could entrust my work, and you lived up to my hopes and expectations remarkably. Consider the enclosed quartz your reward. Take care when examining it. Thank you for all your time. I truly hope that my quartz will prove useful to you. P.S. If you have found this package by sheer chance, how embarrassing and lucky for you. Please return it to the second floor archives of the Central Factory. That's it? So it was all one big practical joke? Yeah, I guess so. Have you looked in the package? Oh right, let's see what we can see. Ah, cool, an MP3. Jackpot. I think we should check in with the client for the time being. Fine by me. But yeah, so I'm not sure how much longer we still have, since of course the main objective of this adventure, I guess, is to find whatever happened to Estelle and Joshua's dad. You know, Cassius Bright, and what he's been into or up to and all that. But, you know, I've enjoyed the journey so far. It's nice to not always have the world or the kingdom in peril. I still remember, actually this reminds me, back when I played Xenogears. I remember it was like, it was one of the weirdest games I definitely ever played. You came back! I knew you would! Sorry, I sort of feel it's my obligation to try and voice all those treasure chest lines since they decided to put all the time and effort in there and all that. But yeah, Xenogears was, for some people who don't know, the very first Xeno game in the series. Before Xeno's Saga or even the more recent games, Xenoblade Chronicles, or Xenoblade, as it's mostly called. But yeah, actually that didn't take too long trying to get to that barrel. But of course we still need to deliver this to the archives. But yeah, so Xenogears, Xenogears is a turn-based action, turn-based action kind of game, or RPG, where you play the character of Faye, who who pretty much is just living a normal daily life like any other villager in a world where giant robots exist and empires and all that. And of course one day, you know, as all villages who seem to live peaceful lives tend to have happen to them, get attacked by a bunch of giant robots from 2 opposing factions. And of course Faye gets embroiled in the problem and has to sort things out himself after he finds his own giant robot to pilot. But I won't go too much further into the plot, just because the story is a big part of it. But suffice to say, Faye goes on his own journey, which escalates from saving his village to saving a country to saving the world to somehow ending up saving the universe or something like that. It gets very convoluted, I feel, after a while. And let me go ahead and turn this quest in just to continue on, and I'll finish up my story shortly. Oh! Perchance have you... Yep, we have the last book. Just to be sure, please take a look at it. Yes, this is definitely it. I'm impressed you actually found all 3 books. It just took some perseverance and patience. Oh yeah, that's not all we found. It was right in the same spot as the book. Perhaps this is a clue as to his motivations. Still, regardless of the reason, you've done a great deal for me. You can keep the quartz for yourself, in return for having taken up so much of your time. Thank you. So is that all you need us to do? Yes, that's the lot. Phew, that's a relief. I was afraid you were going to say you still had more work for us. No joke. You've worked so hard that there's really nothing left. I'm very grateful for your help. Now, I can just relax for the time being. What? Oh, it's nothing. Thank you again. Feel free to come by any time. We will, thanks. Pleased to be of service. And that's pretty much all the quests for this region, as far as I recall. And through kind of the quick checklist here, you see that we have the, haulage vehicle search and repair, product testing, potent ingredient, smoker's revolt, the temporary librarian 1, 2, 3, and 4, the messenger of love, which is one of those secret quests that you can miss since it's not up on the board, the Trat's plane monster, the Ritter Road monster, and the Ritter Road monster 2. This should be pretty much everything in the Zeus region. Just like how we have all these other quests as well. They do kind of vary, as you can tell, by how many there are. But for the most part, we've completed all of them for this area here. So let's go ahead and turn this in and see if we can get any rewards. Along with the MP3 we also picked up, which is a nice reward in itself. Let me go ahead and see about equipping it already. Since thanks to MP3, we now have an 80% chance to prevent enemy arts, along with a ×5 wind value, which of course always gives us a few extra abilities as well, like the Sylphin Wing, which apparently increases our move by 1. And then we also picked up Arrow Storm, which creates a massive vortex of slicing arrow blades. Which of course is a nice little bonus to go along with it. But yeah, so Xenogears, I keep messing that up. Xenogears is definitely one of the, I did say it was a fairly one of the weirder games I've played, but I also enjoyed it thanks to its battle system. It's one of the few games where you actually input button presses, like X, X, square, circle, circle, triangle. And if you do them in a certain pattern, you'll actually pull off a combo move, which, does an even more powerful hit, and you can actually discover new ones, depending on how many times you do a certain button press combo. And so that was definitely one of the more interesting things, because there were other abilities, of course, that you learned and used along with your combo moves, but at least it made attacking more interesting. And some of the attacks did provide different abilities or like different power levels, as well as some elements here and there, depending on the character. And each character had their own moves, so each one was fairly unique and interesting to watch. So it was very much an interesting system of course, it's not something you could, you definitely put a lot more time into it because, it's a lot more art assets, of course. But yeah, so it looks like everything's there, but sadly no upgrade. We're still just rank 2, but that's I guess where we should be for now. And of course, when we get to the next area, we'll complete even more quests to work on. But now that we got that all sorted, let's see, we should be pretty good. Let me go ahead and at least visit this bar here to heal up. Of course, I could just rest at an inn, but I'll just use okay, it looks like they don't have any of those single dishes, or one of those, you sit in the restaurant and actually eat it. So let me go ahead and find an inn quick here, and then we'll continue on with the main quest. Let's see, where is that? I think the inn should be somewhere down here, right? Okay, here it is. The hotel. Oh, and of course our friend Dorothy's here. Just worrying about her editor and wondering if Neil needs to know anything. Okay, but actually I guess with all the seeps I now have, I should probably check up on, not this room, check up on the Orb Mints factory and see if there's anything new to pick up. But we're fully healed, and we pretty much have the best equipment we should have for now. Actually, I guess I should probably open up these slots to make sure everyone's kind of all ready to go. Since we got plenty, we don't have to worry. And then checking up on quartz here. Okay, HP 3, which you could pick up, but having an extra slot I think is a bit better for your party. And I'm sure we'll eventually pick up an HP 3 at some point. Or we'll just find it, really. Oh, here we go. I can pick up a shield 2, which would actually be pretty good. And there's an evade 3, but yeah, as I said, trying to pick up the level 3s is definitely would require a lot more grinding. Which I'm fine not doing. Like, I don't mind a little bit of grinding here and there, but I'd rather actually enjoy the game at a pace where I don't always have to, unless I'm doing like extra side quest stuff or super hard bosses. I'm not sure if there's any secret bosses for this game, but I'll make sure to do those as well if that turns out to be the case. So let me go ahead and set up the Orb Mints for people here. Looks like she can equip another space one, which sadly we don't have a different one of, so she'll just have to go without it. And then we'll go ahead and let's see what to give her. Well, give her another water one. That won't really do anything. So she will just pretty much be learning new abilities depending on which one. Oh, here we go. I can give her a time one, and that'll give her some extra time abilities, which would be pretty good, actually. Yeah, so either bind or action 2 would be good. But yeah, it looks like unless I have another space, I won't be able to make use of that. Which, there are a few I could make use of. Or at least there's one, the Eagle Eye here. So yeah, maybe I'll go ahead. As long as it doesn't mess up our friend Joshua here from his setup here. Let's see. Actually, EP Cut 1 would be good, especially with the Clock Up EX. Should be nice. And then I'll give her the Eagle Eye so we still have the ability to look at things from far away. Let's see. And then let me double check Agate here. Okay, yeah, he's good for now. Well, so now we can finally head off and rescue the professor. I won't be sure if I'll finish it in this episode, but I'll make sure I find a good point to stop at. But I guess back to Xenoblade, or Xenogears. As I said, the game itself kind of escalated quite a bit, which I guess to me seemed a bit odd. Like, I sort of saw how it went, but, you know, like, I'm not sure it needed to go that way. But, you know, I guess it helps make it that much more memorable, or why I still remember it to this day, that I remember how weird it got. Especially on the final disc. But yeah, so I recommend it. I think you should check it out. You should be able to hopefully find it on the PSN network. At least I know I picked it up on the PS3. I'm not sure if it's up on the PS4 or not yet. But, you know, hopefully they get around to that. And then, of course, all the other Xenoblade games are still fun as well. Oh, wait. I'm skipping steps here. I forgot I need to... If I want to get into that fortress, I actually have to, I have to pick up... Or I have to go to the airfield and get the airship that takes us in. I guess I'm not quite sure why I forgot that important part, but I guess I was sidetracked by all the questing we had to do. I hope you guys can forgive me for the slight delay, but we should be able to get to where we need to go shortly here. As long as we don't have to worry about the giant rhino cider, or chrono cider, I should call it. And the snakes who keep calling for backup. Let's see. Well, no, I need to keep saving up my CP here. I'll focus on trying to take care of him and then do some arts here to lower these guys down. But yeah, so... But then again, when I think about some of the other Xenoblade games I have played, they do kind of escalate a bit. Let me go ahead and try out Arrow Blades, since we have the chance. Well, it looks like we'll still get that chance. I don't really need to do anything with him, so I'll just do a move. I'm sure the Arrow Storm is strong enough to take care of things. Not bad. Got plenty of damage in and took care of them both. But yeah, because I remember Xenosaga. I played 1, but I never did finish 2, and I couldn't pick up 3 for whatever reason. And it's empty. Heinous? Yeah, I think it's heinous. Whatever. At least they're trying to mix it up. But yeah, so the in Xenosaga series, that definitely got pretty weird too, from what I remember. Very meta or mental sometimes. It always tries to play with the whole concepts of reality and perception and all that, which I think is alright every now and then, but I don't want it to go too weird on me, because I like my reality and how things sort of have a logic to them most of the time. Let's see, let's go ahead and find our way to the airfield, so we can finally take, or actually, I just remembered, there's one other thing we need to pick up, and that's from Russell's workshop. That Biosensor device that makes it so that we don't have, so we're not detected. Now, where is that thing? It's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe in a corner of the lab or the second floor archives? Those are where Grandpa usually tosses stuff from his old inventions. Eccentric old coot. But whatever, let's just find the damn thing. Well, let's check the second floor first. Not over there. Okay, so nothing up here. Okay, maybe it's on the second floor of this area here. Oh, here we go. Found it! That's the Orb Mint that was in our experiment, alright. So, can we use it? I think so. If everything performs to specs, then it'll keep a biosensor from working, right? Alright, back to the guild then. Kilika's probably finished collecting intel on Fort Leston by now. I guess my bigger question would be, why was the professor working on a countermeasure to his own biosensor invention? I know it's a good idea to have the reverse for any device out there, but still. We're back, Kilika, and we have the device. I have also finished my preparations. Now, what am I about to show you is not to be spoken of to anyone else. Well, would you look at that? Those are the schematics for Leston Fortress. Wow, it sure is big. And Grandpa's in there somewhere? Isn't the layout of the fort a military secret? How's the guild get its hands on it? The guild has ways of obtaining information. It is best that you don't know. The Bracer Guild is a much more complex organization than it may appear, and you would do well to remember that. Okay. I don't think I need to remind you that this is an exceptionally unique case. Relations between the army and the guild have traditionally been excellent in Liberl, even relative to other surrounding nations. It is absolutely crucial that we not cause any ill will. The guild can ill afford hostilities with the army. Do I make myself clear, Gate? Yeah, I guess. But if I see the men in black clothes, they're going to have a hot date with the business end of my sword. Soldiers or not, I've been looking for them for so long now that I don't think they'll be offended if I didn't kick their asses. Do what you must. I just ask that you take no lives. Estelle and Joshua? Legally, I should not entrust a task like this to junior bracers. Whoa, wait a second. I don't like what you're driving at. We're already a part of this. Please, allow us to see it through to the end. I thought you might say that, and I don't intend to stand in your way. But it must be said that you answer to Zeus. And as such, if worse comes to worse, I will accept full responsibility for your actions. You needn't worry. Kilika, I'm sorry, we caused so much trouble for you. Now then, Tita? Since you're not a bracer, I have no authority over you. But are you truly set in your course? Yes, ma'am, I am. What? What's this all about? You don't mean... I'm the only one who knows how to operate the device. So, I'm going with you. What? Well, it is a very complicated Orb Mint. I'm sorry. I don't want to cause any trouble, but I have to go too. You gotta be shitting me. Listen, Pipsqueak. I ain't hearing this crap. What the hell are we supposed to do with a kid on a mission this dangerous, huh? But... you need me to operate the device. Then forget that idea. We'll find another way to sneak in. Alright, enough. Lighten up. Why are you so damn stubborn? You want to run that by me again? Tita's ready, and she said she wants to help. And her help will make it easier for us to sneak in. All that improves our chances of getting the professor out safely. I want to know why you're so against it now of all times. You little... Have you even thought about being a civilian and a kid? Besides, and you're okay with putting her in danger? I don't like it any more than you do, but we'll keep her safe. We're bracers. That's our job. You sure talk a big game for a rookie. And what does experience have to do with this? Bracers aren't the only ones who feel that some people are worth protecting. Isn't supporting that ideal what we're supposed to be all about? Estelle, Joshua, Adgate, I'm sorry that I make you so mad. But my grandpa is everything to me. All I want is for him to be okay. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he is. Besides, you've helped me when I needed it. So let me do the same for Estelle and Joshua, and for you. I swear that I'll be good, and I'll follow orders. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, sweetie. I didn't realize you'd put so much thought into this. I don't buy it. If you really want to help us that badly without getting in our way, then follow orders and stay here. You got it? But we really don't have any other way to get in there. I'd rather not do this. Truth be told, I can think of a few thousand things I'd rather do, but I'll let it slide this once. Thank you, Ad Gate. You got no reason to thank me. You fall behind, you get left behind. Just so you know. Alright. I swear, one of these days, by the goddess, you're a jerk. Why can't you just be nice and appreciate what she's saying? Settle down, Estelle. She's just the type who speaks, colorfully when he's embarrassed. It's a defense mechanism. Both of you, shut it! Now, I trust that the matter has been settled. The Lebanese will soon be ready to set off. When you are ready, please proceed to the airfield. Will do. Later, Kilika. Take care of talking with the army for us. I have appropriate responses lined up, should they decide to question us. Adios, keep you. Please be careful. And with that, guys, you'll just have to join us next time when we invade the Leston Fortress and rescue Professor Russell. Until then, have fun gaming.